Welcome back, everybody. This video is going to be basically an update of sorts. We ended up with about a week of really nice weather that was in the mid to low 80s, and which is really strange because at the same time that we had an 84-degree day, it was 114 or 15 or something like that up in Portland, Oregon, where I used to live. A lot of you may not know, but 3 years ago when me and Sue hit the road, we sold our house in Milwaukee, Oregon, and we lived in Milwaukee, Oregon for 25 years. So it's just strange to hear. I mean, I was there when we had the record temp of 108, and but with the humidity and everything, I feel so bad for everybody that lives up there. Even the houses that have air conditioning, they don't put quite the same level of system like they would put in a house down in Phoenix or something, a place where you're going to encounter temperatures like that. So, and we're going through another mini heat wave right now. It's going to last another 4 days, but our temperature still, it's only in the mid 90s. And to me, it's still tolerable. Every day we've had clouds. We've had a few monsoons, but it's great because at some point during the day, we're going to get clouds and shade and the temperature drops, and it's been nice that way. Everything's working good with the inverter. No problems with that. As far as the pack rat hunting goes, I have been hunting the pack rats for the last month. Over the entire property, we had over 40 acres. We had 40 nests. And I've figured out that one rat lives in each rat has at least 3 to 5 nests. So I have gotten 5, and from what I can tell, there's only maybe 4 more left on the entire property. So, and I'm going to work on getting them, but all 4 of them are nowhere near any of our camps. So, and the mice population has dropped dramatically. It's nothing like it was last year. The big great horned owl that is here and the coyotes must be doing their job, because there is a dramatic reduction in mice, and it's good to see. I mean, my traps are a lot of times empty, and I still have, the entire time I've been on this property, including last year, I still have a record of not one single mouse or rat getting into any of my stuff. I have gotten them all before they got into anything. So yeah, sometimes, the preemptive strike works a lot better than reactive defending. So anyway, there's the update on that. Scout is inside right now, and you might notice I'm filming inside the car. It's early in the morning. It's like 7 a.m. Scout's asleep in the RV. Sue is still asleep. And I would be filming outside, but right now the flies are terrible, and I just don't really want them landing all over me while I'm trying to film. And things are going real good out here on the ranch. It's been a little over a week now since there's been anybody over at Aja's place. So I went over there yesterday and I watered. I watered for almost 2 hours. Got everything watered real nicely, and it was a pleasure to do. A lot of it's in the shade. I was able to sit there with Scout, and I sprayed her with the hose a bunch of times, and she loved it, and good way for me to smoke my cigar. I've noticed a few people in the comments comment that I have an unbelievable amount of free time. Well, what I don't actually show on camera is all the work I do around here every day. I mean, every day I have over 2 hours of chores to do here on the property, and then other little things that I'm constantly doing, and I just don't really show all that. I know it seems at times like a lot of us YouTubers show everything we do on camera, but the reality is, even somebody like Aja, I've been there watching her film. I mean, we honestly show you like less than probably 20% of everything we do in our entire lives. You only see less than 20%, sometimes as little as 5%. What we're showing you are just events throughout a day, or events throughout a week, or events sometimes throughout a month. I have some really sad news. We got news that my cousin lost her battle with cancer and passed away on Monday in the afternoon. And yeah, it's sad. She's only 3 years older than me. My cousin was 53. And it's just really sad. The cancer is a sad thing, how quickly it can come. You know, she went into the doctor with a backache and ended up finding out she had stage 4 cancer. You know, it's sad. And, you know, it's amazing. You know, her and my sister were very close. And I can almost feel them in heaven together. And what do you say about that? You know, my father-in-law was also taken early by cancer. So, you know, my goal in life now is to try to live and appreciate life. You know, I'm going to try to enjoy just the happy and the positive things, and try to eliminate all the rest. I know that I'm blessed to have such good friends in my life and to have so much family. I have a large family on my mother's side, and my cousin was on my father's side. It makes you really think about a lot of things in life, you know. I truly appreciate everything I have in my life. I appreciate getting to have a wife who's, oddly enough, stayed with me for almost 30 years. This year will be 30 years. It's unbelievable to be blessed with a large family and so many friends, and you know, to finally be in a position in life where at 50, I don't, you know, slave at the grindstone to pay off all these debts, you know, like so many of my friends are in, you know, and I've been in before, you know, to be in a position where I don't have any payments on anything anymore. I actually own everything I have, you know, and it's not all new, brand new stuff. I mean, I'm driving a, you know, this Navigator is, you know, it's probably worth less than $4,000. You know what I mean? The car my brother gave me, same thing. Not worth very much. You know what I mean? My RV is 22 years old. My Razor is the first generation Razor. You know what I mean? When I went out and bought a Razor, I didn't go out and buy a $20,000 one like most people. You know what I mean? I went out and spent $6,000. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I feel like I am living a lot more frugally and honestly more green too. You know, every 2 weeks, we take one single hefty bag to the landfill. Everything else gets processed back into the earth here, whether it's in the form of ashes or in the form of compost. I mean, when I use a drop of water, it gets used several times. And by the time it's done, I'm done using it, it waters trees. 95% of the power we use, we make 100% ourselves with solar. Seriously, if you really want to live green, you really want to be green, I know it sounds crazy, but living in an RV, you are going to use far less resources than what a sticks and bricks house would use. You know, they say in the average home, doing dishes, taking showers, everything, each person uses between 80 and 100 gallons a day. Some people have made comments about the coyotes that come through the property. Believe me, in no way am I complaining about it. I don't mind the coyotes. In fact, this year I've decided that I'm not going to shoot at them or anything. I'm going to leave them alone unless they directly come up and make direct aggressive contact with me or my pets. I'm just going to leave them alone. Homie's never out by himself. They wouldn't dare go after Scout now. I mean, she's probably getting close to 50 pounds. She's a lot larger than, and her adult teeth are coming in. I would feel sorry for a coyote she got a hold of, to be honest with you. So yeah, I like to look at the tracks on the property because it's kind of, it's cool. You know what I mean? I've never lived in a place where I could see tracks. You know what I mean? It's never been something I've experienced. And so, getting to see it here in my own home every day, it's awesome. I can tell what comes on the property, what doesn't, the wildlife. You know, I could fence this place off, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? I like the wildlife coming through. The only thing that bothers me are the cows. I get a little sick of them, but honestly, they're not that bad. You can chase them away from your camp. And I don't mind if they're on the rest of the property. I mean, go ahead. What are they going to do? Eat the grass? They're not here very long. When they come, they're here for maybe a day. They're just, most of the time, our property is used as a method for them to travel through from one spot to another. And the only one that really makes me worry at all, there's a 1,600-pound bull that comes through. And yeah, he doesn't back down easy. So Yeah, I don't want to let Scout get near him. Scout saw her first antelope the other morning. There were two of them that walked through and crossed our path while I had Scout on her morning walk. And one of them, the bigger one, it must have been the male, like it stopped and it kind of stood broadside to us, and it started hissing, making this weird huffing, hissing noise at Scout. I think it was trying to scare her off, you know. But I thought that was interesting. And man, as usual, I don't know why, but when I take the morning walks, I always forget to take the camera with me. I did not have the camera to catch all that, which would have been awesome, because that was definitely something to see. It was definitely something to see. 3 weeks away, driving out to California and going to Catalina Island with my brother and my rest of my family to place my sister's ashes to rest. So I'll film some of it. I'm probably not going to film really any of my family, but I'll film it. Apparently my nephew chartered a huge boat. It's going to be quite a celebration of life. Yeah, I would just say to everybody out there, take some time to enjoy life, because I'll tell you what, man, it can be gone in a heartbeat. And for somebody, you know, not putting this off onto anybody, but with my beliefs, you know, I want to get into heaven. So I'm focusing on trying to do good and to seek forgiveness for the not so good that has come from me. If I'm standing before Jesus tomorrow, I don't really want to have a list of stuff to talk about.